is if you don't have enough keys when you go into spline, what's going to happen, or I should say not enough breakdowns, what's going to end up happening is your animation is just going to turn into a pile of mush. And it's just going to be slow and everything's just moving constantly. And the problem with that is now not only do you have to add poses that look appealing and think of through all of the 12 principles and all of that stuff, but you are also having to try and ignore what Maya is giving you. And that's very hard. By default, just as humans, when we see a pose, and especially when you first start learning animation, I fell into this trap a lot. You would have a pose, so Maya would just give you a pose, and actually, let's just do this here. So let's say we've got this breakdown. Let's see. Let's find a good... Okay, so this is going to be an interesting one. So let's say this is the breakdown Maya gives us. We're going from this pose to this pose, and this is the breakdown Maya gives us. It's not great. The automatic reaction to this, whenever we see a breakdown, regardless of how ugly it is how do I make this work? Oh, well, okay, I've got this pose. I need to push my line of action. The hips feel a little broken, so I'll just push that a little bit here. Maybe push the knee a little bit. Okay, yeah, that's better. It doesn't feel as broken. And maybe just pull out the arm a little bit. Yay, I fixed the pose. Yeah, that's not a breakdown. That's fixing a mistake. Let me put it this way. It's polishing a turd. We'll put it that way. Yeah, sure. It's polished now. It's still garbage. It's terrible. We don't want to use this at all. So instead, we want to think through how to break this down. We want to put that key in ourselves. And to do that properly, we think through the pose. So while you're still in step mode, but before you have that in between, you put your own in between in there. You describe that action yourself. Are the hips going to be going down and up? So for example, we're going from here to here. Well, what's going to lead first? Is he going to take a step back? Do the hips anticipate first? What happens with the arms? Does he come up and then kind of set himself in that pose? So for example, like he could just go whoop like that. And actually, let's go full screen. So he just goes whoop like that. Or does he go like that? Does he kind of explode out? Like, describe that before you go into splines. Put that in there. And that makes the splining process easier. It's still going to have the issues of splining, but you're going to know how to describe that better. Again, the biggest problem that I tend to see with students, and I fell into this so much when I started, is that tendency to try and fix what Maya gives us versus throwing it all away and describing what we should be describing. And that's why stepped blocking is a way better first step into learning and really understanding that. As you get better and once you understand that concept, that's when spline blocking comes in, because you know that you have to fix the pose and you have to redo it. You're just using the splines to kind of help you do a few small things. That's the benefit of splines. But honestly, it's the same workflow. You just need to describe the action.